What's up, everybody? These are Confessions of a SonyPony, and I want to give my thoughts on the gaming industry, Microsoft versus Sony. I'm not going to really too much talk about Nintendo because they kind of like cemented in here in the gaming industry. They like not going nowhere, so there's really no point in talking about them. They got their own zone, and they not losing that zone regardless. They're gonna be here forever. Digital, physical, whatever. The video really is about this push that the industry is trying to make everything go digital, and if us gamers don't stand together and make a statement, not only verbally, make a statement with our wallets and how we consume our games and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the fact that they're giving everybody options because I understand what it's like not to have a console, but that can't replace having a physical console in your home. It's nothing like having a box, especially if you're a console gamer. It's just something special about having that console that you come home to, turn on, that's your gaming station or whatever. I never been a PC guy. I grew up in the early 90s on Sega, Nintendo, so in those days it was everybody had one or the other. And if you was really lucky, you had both. I didn't know a lot of people that was really that lucky, but that's where console war started. I'll make another video about that later, but I don't want to talk about that right now. What I want to talk about is the digital media push and our responsibility as gamers, primarily the adult men who are the majority gamers, who I know. It's on us to not only speak with our wallets, to let these industries know, hey, we still want physical media. We still want a PlayStation 5. We want a PlayStation 6, 7. And it's funny, I remember when the PlayStation 2 came out, there was a commercial for the PS2. And in the commercial, there was like an orb. And when you grabbed this orb, you were transported to this world of like games, and I can't really remember what was going on in the commercial, but it was like basically you being in the game. And it said the future, PlayStation 9. Then it said the present, PlayStation 2, and they were showing like all the games that was coming out on the PS2. And yeah, so that's just something that I always think about every time they have the next generation of PlayStation. Like, when are they gonna get to that order? I know it's fantasy, but it's just it's a thought from my childhood that stuck with me through my adulthood. I want to talk a little bit about the digital media versus the physical media. Also, I want to talk about why I am a SonyPony and why I choose Sony, the PlayStation brand, over the Microsoft brand. I mean, just look at the gameplay that you're looking at right now. This game, I just got it Friday during Days of Play. And I can't stop playing it. I haven't had that feeling about a game. And I buy a lot of games. And I play a lot of games. I don't spend a lot of time on them, but because I work and I'm a father. But, I play games enough. And God of War is the first game, like I said, since Spider-Man, that I have to play. I'm mad that I'm making this video right now instead of playing the game, but I gotta get this out because I just gotta get it out. So, with that being said, Sony, with the Days of Play, it falls during Father's Day. I think they are like one of the only companies that had a sale during Father's Day. Man, fathers don't get no love. Mother's Day, every restaurant is sold out. You see a commercial starting April 30, 31st, May 1st. Mother's Day is coming up. Get your mama something. Daddies don't get that love, but it's cool. Sony looked out. I got a controller. I got God of War, so I was happy. The difference between Sony, Microsoft, and this generation is easy. It boils down to one thing. That's the exclusives. Exclusives is what gets the console character. So many other people have said it. If your console don't have no exclusives, your console is obsolete. When you think about the Genesis, you instantly think of Sonic. When you think of the Super Nintendo, you instantly think of Super Mario World with the introduction of Yoshi. No doubt about it. You think about the Sony PlayStation. Well, it depends on your preference. But me, I think of Resident Evil 2 and Final Fantasy 7. Even though those aren't exclusives, it was a different time with the PS1. With that being said, Sony has always been a hard hitter. They always come with games. They give you more choice, I feel like, than Sega, Nintendo, Xbox ever have. It seems like they release more games. I remember when the PS1 dropped, it was like at the end of the first 2 years, it was like 400 games in development, while the Sega Saturn, which is direct competition, only had 200. The N64, like I said, Nintendo, they got their lane. They only had 60 games, but those 60 games keeps the 64 in the conversation as one of the greatest consoles ever. I grew up playing GoldenEye, so I get it, man. But you gotta have those exclusives, man. And it seems like Microsoft is helping push or lead this digital age. So I'm kind of urging their fans to kind of, push back a little bit. Push back against that. Like I said, I'm all about the choice, and I understand what it's like not to have a console, but you still need. Look at Kratos just swinging the axe crazy. You still gotta have console. You still gotta have physical media. I know I'm rambling a lot. I'm gonna end this quickly. I just want to say, yeah, Sony has always catered to the type of games I like to play. I'm not a first-person shooter, so I don't play Halo. Gears don't look interesting. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the story. It's just not my type of game. So those are the only two serious games this generation that you're gonna get out of Microsoft. And they're not that good. Whereas the PlayStation, you got Spider-Man, God of War. I know people don't like it, but Detroit was a great game, very entertaining. Play it with your girl, let your girl play it, because it is easy. But it's just that broad range that Sony offers. Sony's always offered a broad range of games and different experiences, and they continue that going forward, and I appreciate that. And I'm rocking with them. I didn't rock with them when they first came out. I grew up a Sega guy, Sega kid, and you couldn't tell me nothing about Sega. That's part of the reason why I don't like Xbox. I feel like the original Xbox pushed Sega out of the hardware industry, and they was just like, man, hey, y'all got it. We just gonna make video games now. We just gonna make software. Y'all got it. We don't want no smoke. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. The exclusives, the dedication to the fans, the fan service that you get from Sony, the broad scope of games that you get from Sony. I just feel like you got more choice and options, and the games are just they're a lot better quality. The first party stuff at least. I know that was a long pause. That was weird. I was watching myself play the game. But with that being said, man, Xbox, man, just push Microsoft to do better. Push Microsoft to do better, man. At E3, they didn't show y'all nothing. They might as well not even showed up. And I want to get this conversation going, man. If you got you got some comments, you wanna say something about how you feel, please go ahead. I'm bored right now. My kids is gone, my girl is gone. I'm actually about to play some God of War, but my phone is always by me, so go ahead and comment on this. And that's it, man. SonyPony.